Welcome to World Rare Coins Vault, where we uncover remarkable coins with rich history and collector appeal. In today's edition, we present our top 4 rare 2 shillings coins, featuring a 1956 2 shillings in good condition, a 1962 shillings in fine condition, a 1966 2 shillings with a well-preserved circular design, and a 1967 2 shillings in clear condition. Join us as we explore the stories behind these classic British coins and discover why they continue to attract the attention of collectors around the world. The 1966 British 2 shillings, also known as a florin, in circular condition. Although this coin spent years in everyday circulation, it remains a popular piece among collectors because of its historical importance, elegant design, and connection to Britain's pre-decimal currency system. If you have recently found a 1966 2 shillings coin tucked away in an old collection, a family coin album, or a forgotten drawer, you may be wondering whether it could hold surprising collector value. Let's explore everything you need to know about this classic British coin and why it continues to attract attention from numismatic enthusiasts. The 1966 2 shillings was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, only a few years before Britain began to transition towards decimal currency. At the time, the florin was one of the most widely used coins in daily transactions and represented 1/10 of a pound. It remained in circulation even after decimalization because it shared the same size and value as the original 10-pence coin. Around 84 million examples were struck in 1966, making it one of the highest mintage florins of the Queen Elizabeth II series. Despite its plentiful production, the coin continues to be collected because it represents the closing years of Britain's famous pre-decimal coinage. Wikipedia. The obverse, or head side, features the elegant right-facing portrait of the young Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. The surrounding Latin inscription identifies Her Majesty in the traditional style used on British coinage, giving the coin a distinguished and regal appearance. The portrait remains one of the most admired designs of the Queen's long reign and is appreciated for its graceful simplicity. Turning the coin over to the reverse or tail side reveals the beautifully detailed floral arrangement featuring the Tudor rose surrounded by the Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek. This symbolic design celebrates the unity of the nations of the United Kingdom and is completed by the words 2 shillings together with the date 1966, creating one of the most attractive reverse designs ever used on a British circulating coin. The 1966 florin was struck in durable copper-nickel and has an official weight of approximately 11.31 grams with a diameter of 28.5 millimeters and a reeded edge. These specifications remained unchanged throughout the final years of florin production and later allowed the coin to circulate alongside the original decimal 10-pence piece. Its generous size and solid feel continue to make a favorite among collectors who enjoy handling historic British coinage. All coin values. Although the 1966 issue is not regarded as particularly rare because of its very large mintage, examples in attractive circulated condition remain popular among collectors. A coin described as being in circular or circulated condition usually shows evidence of everyday use, including worn high points and softened details, while still retaining clear lettering and recognizable designs. Many collectors actively seek these coins because they provide an affordable way to complete a pre-decimal collection while preserving an authentic piece of British history. The steady demand for Queen Elizabeth II coinage continues to support interest in the 1966 florin, particularly among beginners and enthusiasts building complete date collections. When discussing today's collector market, it is important to separate genuine values from exaggerated claims that often appear on social media. A standard 1966 2 shillings in circulated condition generally has only a modest collector value, while brilliant uncirculated or proof examples can command significantly stronger prices depending on their quality and certification. Ordinary circulated coins are not normally worth thousands of dollars, despite sensational stories suggesting otherwise. Truly exceptional prices are generally achieved only by outstanding mint condition examples, rare minting errors, or highly unusual varieties that have been professionally authenticated. All coin values. If you own a 1966 2 shillings, proper care is essential. Avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as this can permanently reduce its collector appeal. Instead, store in a protective coin holder, keep it in a dry environment, and handle it only by the edges whenever possible. Should your coin appear unusually well preserved or display an interesting minting characteristic, it may be worthwhile to have it examined by a reputable coin dealer or professional grading service. Good preservation ensures that future collectors can continue to appreciate both its beauty and its historical significance. As we reach the end of today's video, the 1966 British Two Shilling stands as a lasting reminder of Britain's rich monetary history and the final years of the nation's traditional pre-decimal coinage. Its attractive design, royal portrait, and enduring popularity make it an enjoyable coin for collectors of every experience level. Whether you are building a collection, exploring inherited coins, or simply appreciating the craftsmanship of historic currency, the 1966 florin remains a wonderful piece to own. The next one is 1967 British Two Shillings, widely known as a florin, in clear condition. This beautiful pre-decimal coin represents one of the final issues of the famous British Two Shillings before the country's currency system changed forever. Whether you are a seasoned coin collector or have just discovered this coin in an old collection, you may be curious about its history, design, specifications, and collector appeal. Stay with us as we uncover the remarkable story behind this classic coin and explain why it remains a favorite among enthusiasts of British numismatics. The 1967 Two Shillings was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, just a short time before Britain adopted decimal currency in 1971. At the time, the florin was one of the most commonly used coins in everyday transactions and represented 1/10 of a pound. Because it shared the same size and value as the later 10-pence coin, many florins continued to circulate even after decimalization. More than 39 million examples were produced in 1967, making it a common date. Yet it remains highly collectible because it marks the closing years of Britain's traditional pre-decimal coinage. For many collectors, owning a 1967 florin is like holding a small piece of British history that witnessed one of the country's most important monetary transitions. Coinsinduct.com. The obverse or head side of the coin proudly displays the youthful right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the distinguished sculptor Mary Gillick. The surrounding Latin inscription proclaims the Queen's royal title in the traditional style used on British coinage for centuries. The portrait is admired for its elegant simplicity and remains one of the most recognizable images of the early years of Her Majesty's reign. On the reverse or tail side, the coin features a beautifully balanced floral arrangement centered on the Tudor rose, surrounded by the Scottish thistle, the Irish shamrock, and the Welsh leek. The denomination, 2 shillings, appears prominently alongside the date 1967, producing a design that symbolizes the unity and heritage of the United Kingdom. This impressive coin was struck in durable copper-nickel and has an official weight of approximately 11.3 grams with a diameter of around 28.5 millimeters and a finely reeded edge. Its generous size and solid feel make it one of the most satisfying British pre-decimal coins to handle. These official specifications remain an important reference for collectors when identifying genuine examples and checking authenticity. NGC coin. Although the 1967 Two Shillings is not considered a rare date because of its substantial mintage, examples preserved in clear condition continue to enjoy steady demand from collectors. A coin described as being in clear condition generally retains sharp lettering, an attractive portrait, and well-defined details across the reverse, making it far more appealing than heavily worn examples. Collectors appreciate such pieces because they display much of their original beauty while remaining affordable. As interest in pre-decimal British coinage continues to grow, attractive examples like this remain a welcome addition to both beginner and advanced collections. When discussing today's collector market, it is important to rely on genuine numismatic information rather than exaggerated online claims. A standard 1967 Two Shillings in clear circulated condition usually has only a modest collector value, while brilliant uncirculated and proof examples can achieve higher prices depending on their grade and certification. Claims that ordinary circulated 1967 florins are routinely worth many thousands of dollars are not supported by the established coin market. Truly exceptional prices are generally reserved for extremely rare mint errors, outstanding preservation, or specially struck proof coins that have been professionally authenticated. Coinsinduct.com. If you own a 1967 Two Shillings, careful preservation is essential. Never clean or polish the coin, as doing so can permanently reduce its appeal to collectors. Store in a protective holder. Keep it away from moisture and excessive handling, and always hold it by the edges whenever possible. If you believe your coin displays an unusual minting variety or is an exceptionally high grade, it may be worthwhile to seek an expert opinion from a reputable coin dealer or professional grading service. Proper storage and careful handling will help preserve both its beauty and its historical importance for years to come. As we reach the end of today's video, the 1967 British 2 shilling stands as a lasting reminder of Britain's rich numismatic heritage and the final chapter of the nation's pre-decimal currency. Its elegant design, royal portrait, and historical significance continue to attract collectors from around the world. Whether you are building a complete florin collection or simply enjoy discovering fascinating coins from the past, the 1967 2 shillings remains a wonderful piece to own and appreciate. The next one is 1960 British 2 shillings, commonly known as a florin, in fine condition. This classic pre-decimal coin is admired by collectors across the world for its elegant design, royal heritage, and important place in British history. If you have discovered a 1962 shillings coin in an old collection, inherited coin album, or family keepsake, you may be wondering whether it has become a valuable collector's item. In this video, we will uncover its history, examine the beautiful designs on both sides, discuss its official specifications, explore how condition influences desirability, and explain its genuine place in today's collector market. The 1962 shillings was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, at a time when Britain was experiencing significant social and economic change. The florin had already been circulating for well over a century and had become one of the most familiar coins in everyday British life. By 1960, it was an essential part of the nation's pre-decimal currency system and continued to circulate until decimalization. Around 13.8 million examples were struck for circulation, making a relatively common date, yet one that remains popular with collectors completing date sets of Queen Elizabeth II coinage. The head side of the coin features a youthful right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the renowned sculptor Mary Gillick. The surrounding Latin inscription identifies Her Majesty and reflects the traditional style of British coinage. The portrait is celebrated for its graceful simplicity and remains one of the most admired images ever used on British coins. Turning to reverse, the coin displays a striking floral composition featuring the Tudor rose at its center, surrounded by the Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek, symbolizing the nations of the United Kingdom. The words 2 shilling in the year 1960 complete this elegant reverse design, giving the coin a timeless appearance that continues to impress collectors. The 1960 florin was struck in durable copper nickel, replacing the silver composition used in earlier decades. It has an official weight of approximately 11.31 grams and a diameter of 28.5 millimeters, with a finely milled edge. These precise specifications make the coin easy to identify and remain important for collectors checking authenticity. Its generous size and solid feel distinguish it from many modern circulating coins and add to its appeal among enthusiasts of British pre-decimal currency. Although the 1962 shillings is not regarded as a scarce issue because of its healthy production numbers, collectors continue to seek attractive examples in fine condition. A coin graded as fine usually retains clear lettering, a recognizable portrait, and much of the original reverse detail, although moderate where it's visible from circulation. Such examples remain desirable because they combine affordability with historical significance, making them an excellent choice for both new and experienced collectors. Demand remains consistent among enthusiasts who appreciate British coinage and enjoy assembling complete collections of florins from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. When discussing market value, it is important to distinguish genuine collector prices from exaggerated stories sometimes found on social media. A standard 1962 shillings in fine condition generally has a modest collector value, while exceptional uncirculated or proof examples may achieve considerably stronger prices, depending on grading and demand. Ordinary circulated examples are not normally worth thousands of dollars, despite sensational online claims. Truly high prices are usually reserved for exceptionally preserved specimens, rare minting errors, or unusual varieties that have been professionally authenticated. If you own a 1962 shillings, careful preservation can help maintain its collector appeal. Avoid cleaning or polishing the surface, as this often reduces desirability among collectors. Instead, store the coin in a protective holder and keep it away from moisture, fingerprints, and harsh environmental conditions. If your coin appears to have unusually sharp detail or a possible minting variety, it may be worthwhile to seek an assessment from a reputable coin dealer or professional grading service. Proper care ensures that this historic piece can be enjoyed for many years to come. The 1960 British 2 shillings is much more than an old coin. It is a lasting reminder of Britain's pre-decimal currency, the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's historic reign, and the craftsmanship that defined mid-20th century British minting. Whether you collect coins for their history, their artistic beauty, or the enjoyment of discovering pieces from the past, the 1960 florin remains a rewarding addition to any collection. At the end 1956 British 2 shillings, also known as a florin in good condition, this classic coin has become a favorite among collectors because of its elegant design, historic importance, and connection with the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II. If you have recently discovered a 1956 2 shillings coin in a family collection or old coin box, you may be wondering whether it could be worth more than its original face value. Stay with us as we explore everything that makes this coin so fascinating, from its history and design to its specifications, rarity, and current collector demand. The 1956 2 shillings was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, only a few years after her accession to the throne. Britain was rebuilding after the Second World War, and coins such as this played an important role in everyday commerce throughout the country. The florin had already become one of Britain's most recognizable pre-decimal coins, and remained in circulation for many years before decimalization. The 1956 issue was struck in copper nickel rather than silver, reflecting changes made to British coinage after 1947. Although millions of these coins were produced, they remain highly appreciated by collectors because they represent an important chapter in British monetary history and are an excellent addition to any pre-decimal collection. Approximately 47.8 million examples were minted in 1956. The obverse, or head side, of the coin features the elegant right-facing portrait of the young Queen Elizabeth II designed by Mary Gillick. Surrounding the portrait is a traditional Latin inscription proclaiming her royal title, giving the coin a refined and regal appearance. The engraving is admired for its simplicity and artistic beauty, making it one of the most iconic portraits used on British coins. Turning the coin over to the reverse or tail side reveals an attractive floral design centered around the Tudor rose, surrounded by the national emblems of the United Kingdom, including the Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek. The words 2 shillings and the date 1956 complete the reverse, creating a design that celebrates the unity and heritage of the United Kingdom. The 1956 2 shillings was struck in durable copper nickel with an official weight of approximately 11.3 grams and a diameter of 28.5 millimeters. Its reeded edge and substantial size give it an impressive feel in the hand, making it one of the most recognizable coins of Britain's pre-decimal era. These official specifications remain an important reference for collectors when confirming authenticity and identifying genuine examples. Although the 1956 2 shillings is not considered a particularly rare date because of its large mintage, examples preserved in good condition continue to attract healthy interest from collectors. Coins with clear lettering, strong portrait details, and minimal were always more desirable than heavily circulated pieces. A well-preserved example displays much of its original detail and offers collectors an attractive glimpse into Britain's mid-20th century coinage. Demand remains steady because many enthusiasts enjoy completing date collections of Queen Elizabeth II florins and appreciate their historical significance. When discussing value, it is important to separate genuine collector prices from exaggerated claims often seen online. A typical 1956 2 shillings in good circulated condition usually sells for only a modest amount, while exceptional mint state or proof examples can command considerably higher prices, depending on grading, rarity, and buyer demand. Some videos and social media posts claim ordinary examples are worth many thousands of dollars, but such claims are generally inaccurate for standard circulated coins. Only exceptionally rare varieties, outstanding preservation, or certified proof examples achieve significantly higher values. If you own a 1956 2 shillings, preserving its condition is one of the best ways to maintain its collector appeal. Never polish or clean the coin, as doing so may reduce its numismatic value. Store it in a protective holder away from moisture, fingerprints, and direct sunlight. If you believe your coin has an unusual variety or exceptionally sharp detail, it may be worthwhile to have it examined by a professional coin dealer or grading service. Careful handling today helps ensure the coin remains attractive to future generations of collectors. The 1956 British Two Shillings is far more than an old piece of currency. It is a lasting reminder of Britain's rich history, the beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's remarkable reign, and the craftsmanship of traditional British coinage. Whether you are an experienced collector or have only recently started exploring vintage coins, this florin is a wonderful piece to own and appreciate. Its historical importance, attractive design, and continuing popularity ensure that it remains a respected part of many collections. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy discovering the stories and genuine values behind historic coins, be sure to subscribe for more fascinating coin reviews and collector insights in future videos.